Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys are having a great day. Have a great day. And good morning. Got my coffee. Off we go. And today we're going to talk about the best Tier 8 TD. What is the best Tier 8 TD in the game? Well, my friends, it is the AMX ACMLE 48. No, it is not. That's actually the last one in terms, I think, of win rate and several other things. It's getting a buff, though. Pretty soon, it is getting a buff. Let's jump over and take a look at what the numbers say. This may be a little bit controversial for some of you. I can already see that there are many fans of this particular one, and they're probably more than likely going to yell at me. But let's take a look at what the numbers say last 60 days from Tomato.gg on the NA server. Well, we got the TS5 at the number 1 on win rate, followed by the G-Sword Turtle, Ship Tick, and the Su-130. What I found looking through this is 3 of them kind of jumped out. In no particular order, the Su-130, the Ship Tick, and the G-Sword. But G-Sword is number 2. TS5 doesn't really show up too much more near the top. So if we go to DPG, Ship Tick jumps up to DPG. Very interesting. Su-130 is second. G-Sword. You know, I'll be honest. The Su-130 being part of this conversation was very surprising to me. Also realize this is a similar situation. Let's go back to win rate real quick. A similar situation to most of the other tiers in that there are premiums clogging up the top in addition to being the most played. But in the terms of the TDs, you will see that there's no crazy outliers on win rate. The best win rate is 51.95, and while that is pretty significantly higher than the second place, which is the G-Sword, it's not 55, 53, you know, just a clear outlier kind of thing. So I thought that was interesting. Going to frags, we have the G-Sword now moving up into the number 1 spot, Ship Tick down to 2, Su-130, and this is pretty common. Su-130 number 1 in damage ratio. Sturv jumps in there with the ISU. Remember damage ratio, that one's kind of depends on your hit points to a large extent, but number 1 there for the Su-130. G-Sword jumps in to kills to death. That probably speaks to the auto-loader capability of the thing, being able to close out guys pretty quickly. And then survival, the G-Sword drops to 4th, Su-130 is 2nd. So when I went through those, it looked to me like we had a battle between, again, no particular order, Ship Tick, G-Sword, and Su-130. So I did the thing that I've done before, and I've started with win rate, and I counted up the placement for that, DPG, frags, damage ratio, kill to death, and survival. I realized that's not perfect, but that's what I did. And it came out with the G-Sword being 16th. Now, your numbers may be slightly different depending on when you're watching this, because they may change position a little bit. And the lowest would win. Su-130 got 15, and the Ship Tick got 16 plus, because the thing that it struggles on is survival. You'll notice it's way down here on survival. Survival, is that a big deal when your win rate is okay at 4? Probably not. Probably not, but it does not tend to survive. The other thing I will give the Ship Tick, holy macaroni, 741,000 battles. That's a recent premium that just came out. It's quite popular, and it's doing very nicely. So what did I do? Well, I counted up the numbers, and I still went with a different tank. I went with the G-Sword, even though it had a 16 total and the Su-130 had a 15. But I'm going to call it this. Here's my rankings. G-Sword, Su-130, Ship Tick. With the obvious argument from a lot of people that, nope, sorry, Guido, you're wrong. The Ship Tick is number 1. It's played by more people, blah, blah, blah. It's got the massive capability with HE, the mobility, yada, yada, yada. But I'm going with the G-Sword, just because it does have some mobility. It is able to be played as a heavy or medium in a pinch pretty well. It's got the turret. It's got the auto-loader. It's a pretty brutal little tank. And then I'm going to pick Su-130 for 2nd. Kind of a half turret, quarter turret, third turret, whatever you want to call it. Hits hard. Quite a good TD. Surprised me, and we're going to do the Ship Tick number 3. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at how I've got these things set up, and we'll play a game in the G-Sword and the Su-130. Now, the G-Sword I've played relatively recently. I just finished the 100 Battle Challenge on it maybe a month ago or 2, I think. The Su-130 I've played rarely in the recent past, so my G-Sword, that's the first one we will go with since I'm calling it for that. And I may change this. I've got vents, gun laying drive, and an IRM. Why do I have that? I feel like that's not a great plan, but how about, you know, we're just going to leave it. This is what I played it. This is how I played it when I got the 100 battles on it. I did manage to one market. I don't know. Where am I sitting right now? 70. Okay. So we've got 103 battles. Let's check out the G-SOAR. We'll play a game in it. Crew is okay with 4 skills. Remember, it's a 3-crew tank. I've got large kits and an automatic. I'm not running food or anything like that. I believe I did a little bit of that try-hard stuff. I do have 12 gold rounds for HE and 24 regular AP. So let's jump into a game. Okay. The first battle was 0 damage, 2-shot game on Malinovka. Got started. Immediately interrupted by family. Then the team got obliterated. Then I got lit by a scout and dropped. Anyway, all right, here we go. It was also bottom tier and a 3 tier. This is much better. Now I'll be able to pretend like this tank is super duper amazing. All right, here we go. That was crazy. See what we can do. Should I go to the middle? I feel like, let's try that, you know? Let's just see what happens when you try to run this thing as more like a medium. I'm going to bail out because I think that T-64 wants to go there, and I don't want to go bumping into him the whole game, so let's just change our minds. We can do that, right? We can change our mind? I changed my mind. Now, I don't know if I really... I think I want to go up on this ramp, to be honest. Oh, shoot. Did he see me? Oof. He just nuked the Type 64 on the run. Oh, my gosh. Oh, this looks like a game that's off to a great start, huh? So he's taking on the Hellcat, and the Hellcat's getting wiped. So just like that, we spot the enemy team 2 tanks right off the bat. And I don't have... Where is my M3Y? He's over there pushing in. Oh my gosh. Hey, look, maybe the ship tick's going to die. Nope, he's going to gun down the IS-2S and we're down another tank. Oh, live gameplay can always be funny. Oof. That would have been nice. Come on, baby. Poke out. Tiger 2's coming up. Is he still coming? He is. All right. Did he just fire? I think he did. All right, let's reload this, and we're going to go to gold. There's our M3Y. Did not lose a bunch of hit points, but we are down 5 tanks, so that's not great. We're about to be down. Oh, good. 6 tanks. All right, fantastic. That's good. Okay, well, see how this is the #1 TD in the game? Yep. 14 seconds. Oh, man, this is ugly. This is ugly. 7. We're not going to be able to pop out and hit that ARL this time. 2. All right, there we go. Wait, what? Oh, jeez. Would have been nice to have been able to track him. That hurts. I mean, that really hurts. We did get that shot into his hatch, but that did not drop him. That would have been very nice, actually. What I'd like to do is get rid of this AC if I can get over here. But I'm 23 seconds, so that's the negative on this tank, is obviously the reload is very long. If you can kill that Tiger 2, well, I wouldn't say we have a chance, but they're about to come around behind us big time here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I don't see him. That's interesting. Probably only going to get these 3 shots, eh? Is he going to stay there? Maybe. Is he pushing across? Both those guys are looking at me. Do I try a reload? Yeah, let's do it. We're not going to get it though, are we? No, probably not. Should have taken that last damage, because I'm not going to get any more. How did I get lit there, by the way? We got 3 guys on cap. What on earth? Oh, there's the Chi-Ri beating me up. Yeah. Well, we got 2,753 out of it. It's way better than a 0-0-0. That's all right. I guess I should have backed out. I might have got that last shell in, I think, if I'd have backed away once I noticed all those guys down that road. Better result. Terrible team. A lot of damage done after the game was over. Just dropping clips into people. Oof. Hard to win. Hard to win when you got that going on. All right. Awesome. So, that is the G-Sor. The next one we want to jump into then is the... and very different play style. Kind of why I wanted to pick these two to some extent, although it does kind of sound like gaming the system a bit. Su-130 is just a very different gameplay or game style. I'm going to get rid of... do I want to get rid of this for the IA? No, .33 will work. We'll just stick with what we got. We'll just stick with what we got. See, maybe no. I was going to show you my equipment, but I forgot. We'll look at it when we come back out, hopefully, because I do not have my field mods done on this one. Altair 8 again, so that's okay. Not a really easy TD map, to be quite honest with you. They have 2 stirves. I'm going to expect those to be pretty far back. That's nice. We have a ship tick. They have one. And they've got some heavies and sorted mediums. Okay, so we're going to go support the hill, I think. Let's watch and see what happens here just for a second. There's not really a lot of great places to go for early shots with TDs on this map. I mean, you want to get there. All right, that looks significant. We're going to go with these guys. That is sort of leaving the peninsula out to dry just a little bit, but we will head over this way and see if we can get some sniperinos at these guys. Notice that the turret is not quite 90 degrees. I don't know what it's got degrees wise, 160 degrees, field of regard, something like that. 80 each side, 75, something of that nature. See if something pops up here real quick and we can pop him. Nope, he's a little far back. Okay, you got the Progetto and the E75 TS is out on the peninsula. We do have some heavy hitters over there, the Skoda and whatnot. See if we can sneak a shot on any of these guys. Is he going to come? Oh, not quite. Just not quite. Quite a few TDs in the middle. It looks like maybe this is not going to happen over here. A bad feeling if I'm shooting, my whole flank has died, but this is not the tank right now to go run up there and start taking shots. They're already dropping in there. Let's go this way. We're going to change. We're going to go head back over this way and see if we can help. Look at the defender just pushing in on him. Might get some shots over here, eh? How are they hitting him and I can't see him? Doesn't matter at this point. Scorpion G has moved over here, so he's looking for shots. Oh, there's an AMBT out in the open. Or is he behind? No, I think he's behind that cover. Yep. Okay. Oh, there's a dude right there. Ah, he's also behind cover. Is he going to back out? It's a good way to get lit. Did I get lit? No. Their Senlac is still running around somewhere. Alright, none of those guys are shootable from here. Let's head over this way. Looks like our heavy push over there is getting beat up maybe just a bit, so we'll go help those dudes. This thing has okay maneuverability. It's not amazing, but it can get around. Takes a little bit of doing, though. There goes the Borosk. He's about to die. Another big hit on a heavy. Our defenders waded into their TDs for some reason. This is a dangerous part of the game right here, and I haven't done a single point of damage. That is not good. So the enemy's starting to even this thing up a little bit. And we're kind of all over the place on the map, so that's not good either. Yeah, we got a lot of problems here. See what we got, if I can get a shot on any of these dudes. That's a bummer. Oh my goodness gracious, are you kidding me? This game. I think they may be going back. They are. It's going to be a 0-0 game, my friends. Well, that's what you get when you go live. Team just snapped that one off. Didn't work. Let's move in on this. Maybe we can sneak some damage in. Kind of poor assessment of the battle, if I'm honest. The guys in the guys that went north just kind of rocked them. I'm gonna get no hit points out of this. These guys are all gonna die before I can get there. Oh, I missed. 0-0-0. I'm believing it. Whatever. Holy crap, man! That's incredible. I didn't shoot any gold though. Let's see how much money I made. What a great example of the problems with TDs, man. With these kinds of games, now I probably just made some money because of a mission, right? Yeah, so it would have been 23 minus 50. Would have been an 18,000 credit game for shooting 4 times, hitting once and bouncing and missing 3. That is awesome. All right, so how's this one set up for me? I've got a rammer, I've got the IRM, I've got the GLD. That's not really a great setup, guys. Also, I am not finished with those yet, so I needed to unclick that. Need to do field mods. I just haven't played this thing in a long time. I am carrying 8 of the heat in there. The pen on these things is 243, so another tank. TDs tend to have this. Has pretty good regular AP. 320 on the heat, and then it's got the 6 high explosive in there. That's probably too many, actually. That's way too many. Let's drop that to at least 4, and we'll do a couple more of those in there. What other equipment might you think about here? You could go with the IA, bring the dispersion down to 0.31. I think really the IA over the GLD. So again, that's a setup from a long time ago. So we'll do that since I had a couple of those in the garage or in the depot. That brings it down to 0.31, which is pretty nice. I did lose some zoom in time. It does take a while to zoom in on that. There's probably a better idea than the IRM2, but this thing is fairly slow, and the turret moves slow, so actually the IRM does give it a bit of a boost for what you're trying to do with this thing. You cannot run vents on this. It is an open top tank, remember that. And this is one of the 3D styles out there for it. Pretty cool looking. So there you have it, my friends. The best, what is the best tier 8 TD? 1 win, 1 loss. The win, I did no damage. On the loss, I did 2,700. That's pretty awesome. I'm calling it for the G-SOAR with the Su-130 second, the Ship Tick third. It may be in 6 months the Ship Tick is going to own the #1 slot as people get better at it. It is certainly overperforming, especially considered 700,000 games in the last 6 days, and it's up there in the top. And I think it's a little unfair to weight the survival so heavily as I did, but it was so far down there, and these other two survived so much more, that I'm giving the nod to some of the old warriors here. It's nice to see an older tank, although it's newer than the Scorpion. It's been around for a while. And of course the G-SOAR is, what, a couple years, I think. Maybe, was it last Christmas or 2 Christmases ago? Whatever it was. A little bit older even than the Shiptych. So let me know what you think down below. I am quite certain there's going to be some different opinions on this. Let's jump back over to the list. Other things or other tanks that I think are going to be in the conversation for people is the TS5, because it does win pretty well. Also, the Scorpion is certainly there. The other things you might think about are, that's probably it right there. So those are the things that you might think about being number one. So let me know what you think down below. That's all I've got. We will see you.